Now, I want to first of all state that I objected to even talking about this because to me, it was just another day in the week.
No, but it's not another day now,
But
bro.
now it's not another day.
It's not another
We're
day.
going to address, there were a couple of trends during the week about last week's episode. And I'd like to encourage everybody that watches the show or sees any snippets from the show. The shows are available for you to watch. So you can always watch the show from beginning to end and understand where certain statements are coming from and why they are made, so that you don't just cast an opinion on just one segment of the show. With that said, there was a bit of controversy during the week from some statements made from my very good friend, Mr. Femi, and of course, my very good friend, Mr. Olamide.
The price.
So let's just jump into it.
Of Mr. Olamide, the price.
Mr. Olamide, the prize.
The price.
The price.
The
yes.
prize. But I'd like to start off with this statement before I come to you, Femi. I would say, is your partner lucky to have you, or are you lucky to have your partner? Or are you both lucky? And can you state that your partner is lucky to have you? With that said, we all know the drama. What was her name that she posted the video? She posted a clip?
She posted a clip from the
From
the
last
entire-
week's
yeah.
episode.
And it was funny to me because I was sleeping, and then I woke up in the morning. I had 1:30 something DMs. I'm like, what's going on? Only for me to open it. I'm like, what is going on about? So apparently, Zeno was asking. Well, Zeno asked. I think we were talking about.
There was a
trending video the week
Yes.
before.
There was a
where
story
women
we
were wearing-
captured.
exactly.
Yeah.
So there was a story we captured last week that had to do with women. And you were not here
Dressed.
last week.
No,
we
he
had
wasn't.
A group of women, a lot of women, wore wedding dresses and did a church service. You know,
Praying
with
to find a
prayers
man before
to
December.
find a husband
Before
the end of this year.
And then I said,
So I made a statement about how you never see men gathering, you know, in such a situation, praying to find wives. And then, of course,
I said, oh, I turned to you and I said, Omo, married people take it for granted that they are married. They think these things happen easily for everybody, which it doesn't. And also, married people don't understand how lucky they are. And I was like, and then I think Zeno asked me, was like, are you saying your wife is lucky to have you? And I'm like, yes, my wife is lucky to have me because, I mean, look at the world we live in now. I can count 1,000,000,001 reasons why she's lucky to have me. One, she's lucky to have me because she's not in any church wearing a wedding dress, praying for husband before December. Look, one. She's not living with a man that she has to be sharing school fees, house rent with, which is what most of the people that I know presently do. Look, number two, she's with somebody that she knows, oh, man, regardless of whatever it is, he's going to hold it down for us. Look, number three, should I go on?
but now
So
let me
let me, I'm so sorry. Let me ask you a question. If you're saying that your wife is lucky to have you, can we also say that you're lucky to have your wife as well?
That's
I also said that on the show. Because
So
he
I think
said-
you need to reiterate
I don't
that so
have
that
to.
people can
No,
understand.
wait,
Wait,
because
wait,
I remember at the part of the show you were saying something about a guy that had, I think was going for surgery or something. He had 3 kids outside.
Yeah.
And I was like, I won't be the man I am today without my wife.
Okay, so you know what?
I said that.
At this point, yeah.
But
it's-
my own is why are people even triggered?
So the funny
Wetin dey
thing,
trigger now?
is this: I think there's a lack of immaturity when people just jump at a bit of something, and since
Lack
it
of
was
maturity, you
baggage, put out baggage, swallowed baggage, taken.
No, so I think, in all honesty, I thought about it. I think Maraji's case is that she felt like it was a personal attack on her. Yes, she did, because in all honesty, bro, there's no need to be. No, in
Femi,
all
you know-
honesty, she
No,
felt
no,
that-
let's hear him out. Let's hear
she
him out.
felt
Let's hear
like
him
that
out.
was a shot at her. Or she felt triggered one way or the other because obviously this was the girl that you all, I mean, you knew who she was. You said it right here. You knew who she was for a bit and then she just disappeared. So apparently, that period where she disappeared, she was suffering, she came out to say it. She was suffering from heartbreak. As in, she and
Is
guys
this a
were-
verified statement?
She said it herself.
Right.
She said it herself. So she was suffering from heartbreak, and then one thing led to another. I think she and the guy got back together. But today, she's in Ghana with the guy, married. I mean, she left her life in Nigeria. So I think in some kind of way, that ruffled her feathers a little. Like,
touched the nerve.
It touched the nerve that, why would you say men are the prize? Because, okay, maybe she just woke up and realized that, wait, I'm in Ghana. Oh. This is not where I'm supposed to be living. Oh. Now, man, carry me, come here. Oh. So she felt attacked. But I mean, in all honesty, before this week, I didn't even know who she was. She felt attacked, and I'm like, no, man. And if you feel attacked, maybe you should look in the
all-
mirror.
I think in
You
all
should look in the
fairness,
mirror.
I think in all fairness, everyone has a right to their statement.
Everybody has a right to their opinion.
Looking
Everybody
at
does.
what the world is today, we've seen how things have changed. Men, we've accepted the change. We've agreed to the change. However, there are certain things that we are just going to call out. And I remember after what Okwe said last week, I said, well, as far as I'm concerned, it's even difficult to keep men in marriages.
It is.
Because there are a lot of
It
crap
is.
going out there
It
in
is.
today's relationships, in today's marriages. And, you know, it was funny because I just felt if you don't want to hear honesty, then maybe...
I think let me clear some things because I can see Deck is almost lost and is wondering where we're coming from. You know, this show, it's a manly show. Do you understand? We come here with our kahunas ready to say the truth and express ourselves. You get where we're coming from. We're not saying women are not the prize, but in certain situations, can the man be the prize, even if it's just for once?
So
Do you understand? Women are the ones that keep us in the homes. Do you understand? We keep each other. Do you understand? But it's okay to come from our own perspective and not come from theirs.
There was one day I was taking my kids to school, and my son said something, and I looked at him and I didn't think about it like that. So I said, normally when I'm driving them to school in the morning, we're always conversing. So I was saying something, and I was like, I'm the best there is. And my daughter was like, no, you're not the best there is. And she was like, I was like, what do you mean by that? And then he said, like, why do you feel he's not the best there is? If you feel he's not the best there is, you can say you are the best there is too. Him being the best doesn't stop you from being the best. And bro, I looked at him and I'm like,
Wisdom.
okay.
All right.
Like, so in all honesty, if somebody says, oh, this is how I feel, you said say how you feel, it's not hard.
I feel you.
It's not hard.
See, the
So
thing
with that
was-
said, we can shut this.
That's-
You know, like I
I-
said, I didn't want to talk
Pack it
about
up my
this.
Okay,
Keep it
so
up to our
I
man.
want to speak from an outside perspective, seeing that I wasn't on the show when this happened. Now, what you must understand is that, you know, there are a variety of people who see this show and watch this show, right? And whatever it is that you're saying, as it affects women or as it affects men, has to come from a place of being objective. Now, wait, hold on. Let me finish, please.
This guy's running for office. so-
No. It's not about running for office. It says sometimes you must take understanding of people's sensitivity. Like you said, this might be triggering for this person.
It's
Wait.
from a place
How
of
long have you
personal-
heard that men
Now,
are
hold on,
dogs?
from a
Wait.
place of personal,
Me, I want to scatter this table today.
hold on.
No, wait.
Hold on.
How many times have you heard that men are dogs?
Okay,
How many times have you heard
Let me
that?
finish.
How many times have you heard that men are dogs? How many times have you heard that
Men
men
will
are
stay in your whites.
rubbish? Do you know how
Men
many
are
times
scum. Like,
in a day
so you know
that we
the-
get
no,
all
so-
these
so you know-
insults?
you know the-
social.
No, but you
No,
know the
this
part
is
of
right.
you know the
This
part
is
of
a
it that I-
social- this is a
I
social-
go around crying.
Okay.
This is the part of it that
Thanks,
I can never.
Olamide
This is
Isu.
part of it that I can never understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like in the world we live in today, you see all these blogs, you see all these podcasts and stuff. Women say whatever they want to say.
Right.
Nothing gets on. But don't you guys see that we're now living in a world where as men you like have to like retract back into the shadows? Why? Masculinity is under attack. What is being a man is now being defined by people that are not even men.
So the thing is,
And you guys don't have a problem with that.
Have you also thought about it
And
from the
that's why
aspect
we have
or from
weak-
the angle of the fact that women have been pushed into the shadow for so
In the world we live in
that
today,
they are now coming out
but let's
to,
not lie to
do
ourselves.
something for
Let's not lie to
themselves.
ourselves. In the world we
All right?
live in today,
No,
women
I'm
are
not
not
saying
in
that.
shadows.
I'm not
of-
saying that you shouldn't
let
think
me
that.
hear.
Women are
because
not
I
in
want
the
us to
shadows.
move on.
All right.
Women
I
are
want
not
us
in
to
the
move
shadows.
on. I want us to move
Now,
on.
Okay,
I
so
know they are
I'm not trying to
I want us
attack
to move on, so please
anyone in
conclude.
any way,
Yeah.
all right? I'm just saying that in whatever it is that we say, personally, in whatever it is that I say, I am sensitive enough to understand that people may understand it from a totally different perspective.
But it's not your
You
fault.
must also
That's
understand.
not your
No,
fault.
no. It
I
is
can
your
say what I want to say.
responsibility.
How you hear it is completely
No,
up to you.
no, Femi, it
It
is your
is.
responsibility to pass a message in such a
So,
way that
should I
it does
call out the
not
truth?
affect another person
Okay, so-
mentally.
No,
and
no,
that's why we
I
have
don't
something called
understand.
mental
I
health.
really don't
Hold on,
understand where this conversation is going
Should I
to.
There's
call out
something
the
called
truth?
I
mental
don't
health.
know
all
where
right?
this is
You
going.
must
Okay.
understand. That's the
All
thing.
right.
though.
Should I call? Wait, are you saying I should
Let
call
me
out the
wrap this
truth?
up.
just so people can feel better.
Let me
I'm just
wrap
saying
it up.
that you
Bro.
should be sensitive enough to understand.
I am. That's why it's a man's
Okay,
show.
so that's what we said.
That's why it's a
Women
man's
don't
show,
want
bro.
the truth.
Hello?
And when we put out the truth,
It's
they
a
get
man's
upset
show.
and
With
offended.
that
This is
said,
men's show. This is how
wrap
men
it up-
think. This is how men talk. Why do you have to now understand? Like, I don't get it.
All
It's
right.
a man's show.
I really need us to move from this.
Okay.
I just want to have one final question for you.
Yes, please.
Is your wife lucky to have you?
Yes, my wife is lucky to have me.
Oh, yeah,
but
man, I finished and this will go.
I am also happy.
Man, I finished
I
and-
am lucky to have my wife. And that's it. We are both lucky to have each other. That's just the way it is.
Simple.
All right, that's it. For me, personally, that's the way I look at it.
Good.
Because you must understand that there's certain things that I do for my wife that you will not do for your wife with this kind of mentality.
And with
That's
that,
it.
Bro.
and with
Yes,
that
you
said,
will not.
Bro.
Yes, because I
so-
treat my wife like she is the prize. Just as much as she does to me as well.
Good.
Then maybe you need to meet my wife though.
and-
And this is not me bragging. Like I know I say it anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. I'm a man's man. Like I can sit on my throne and I'm really like this.
Okay,
I dey
so
try now.
I want to wrap this. Okay, so with that said, guys, gentlemen, with that said, obviously, his statement triggered someone, and their statement triggered. And then their statement, and then her statement and video on Instagram also triggered
As opposed to
Femi
ring light
in
for that
return,
girl.
and also triggered him.
Oh,
So the
no.
trigger got triggered, and now we're moving on. Like I said, I didn't even want to approach this, but you guys wanted to touch into it.
No,
Thank
you
you
should
so
follow
much.
her,
Thank
because
you so
if
much.
You look like okay.
But I cannot
they-
overemphasize the fact that you need to watch the whole show. It comes on
Exactly.
Friday nights from 11 p.m. till 12 to understand the context and where we come from as men.
Men.
We can't speak for women, and that's why we speak for
Exactly. It's a
ourselves.
men's
And
show.
sometimes we feel like the prize. We feel like sometimes we don't get appreciated enough. And we just wanted to say that, you know what, somebody should tell a guy that you are the one that we appreciate, because we appreciate you as well.